Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for being here with me today. We will be jumping right in. So today I have built a small cottage. This is on a 30 by 20 lot in Innisgreen, the Enchanted by Nature world. So I do start the shell with it being more of a fairy house. I have a lot of Enchanted by Nature in this in the beginning, but I do change it to more cottage living, a more cottagey vibe. I'm just starting with the initial shell of the house. I did do these fun roof pieces here, and I do change out the colors a bit later. I do finish the landscaping of the house and the design of the house a bit later on. So I'm just going to place a couple items to begin with, the fairy home and the mailbox, just so I don't forget. But like I said, I do end up removing the fairy home and some of the Enchanted by Nature stuff later on. And I'm just placing a few items in the house to begin with, just to figure out the layout. Even though this is a tiny home, I still want to make sure everything fits, and I don't need to make it any bigger or smaller before I get too carried away in the build. And this is built for a single sim. I definitely could have fit a double bed in here, but I thought the single bed was much cuter and it did fit a bit better. But you could add a double bed in there and have two Sims living here. It would be a bit tight, but that's the Sims. Anyways, I do place these items. The layout does stay this way, but I will change the bed and the table there, and I'll add the wallpaper and lighting and all of that later on. Just a forewarning, I do garden. So I did garden before I did this voiceover, and I did garden before I did this build. So it did take quite a bit of editing, as I did find myself getting up and walking away, forgetting that I was recording this. But that's the life of a gardener, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm just placing a few items here, like the bee box and the fire pit. I did want to include both of those, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget those, and I had space for it on the lot. But I knew I wanted to include this pond in the corner here. I do find with ponds, it does take a bit of trial and error, placing it, removing it, undo, redo, placing it again, all of that just to get the right size, shape, and placement of the pond, as well as I included the tree there just to make sure I had enough space on either side for some landscaping, as well as my Sims can get around it if they need to, because I do end up placing the fishing sign so they can go fishing on their lot as well. And I do toggle between using move objects on and off. I like to use move objects for landscaping. Just it looks a lot better. You can fit everything just the way you want it. But especially with a tiny home, when I'm doing the inside of the house, I do try and keep move objects off just to make sure I am building a functional house. The worst is when you finally get your house all built and it's not functional. The Sims can't get to their bed, the bathroom, all of that. That is very frustrating. So I do try and keep move objects off when building inside of the house, and then I'll add the decorations and stuff with move objects. Anyways, I've included this chimney on the side of the house. I thought it fit the vibe and it looked really cute. There's no fireplace in the house. It's just purely for outside aesthetics only. And I'm just decorating and landscaping the yard here, adding some plants, making it look so cute and like the rest of the world here, just so it doesn't look so plain. Including a bench there so your Sims can just sit and admire their beautiful lot. But I made sure to move the bee box because they can be stung by the bees. If they are irritated and you're just walking by, that can still happen. I did really struggle figuring out, I wanted to include the fire pit there as well as those 4 gardening boxes. I do struggle a bit figuring out the landscaping and the layout of the lot, which is why I do go back and forth. As you see, I am starting to change the house a bit to more of a cottage living vibe. So I do go back and forth a bit. When I'm stuck and I can't figure out the landscaping, I'll go inside. I do try and not do that in the video. It is not very appealing to watch when you're watching this on YouTube. I know this. I've watched lots of videos. I try my best, but like I said, I gardened. I couldn't help it. I get distracted very easily. So I'm just replacing all of the windows to these cottage living ones with the brown and the green shutters, and changing the door as well. When I am building normally and not recording, I do jump back and forth just as I come up with an idea. I want the bedroom to look like this. I'll jump on the inside and continue that. So I do bounce back and forth, but I do really try to not do it in the video. I will get better at it as I carry on, but I do apologize in advance if that kind of thing does annoy you. It does annoy me when I'm watching the bouncing around, but I'm a beginner. I'm figuring this out. Anyways, I'm filling in the landscaping in front of the house there, giving them a cute little garden area. Shrinking down these rocks, giving them a little outline, which is very tedious to do. It looks fast in this, but it is not. But it looks cute, and that's what matters the most, right? Anyways, I do the terrain paint as well. I do kind of struggle with that, figuring out what looks best. So I do find that I place it and then erase it and place it and erase it, but it does all come together in the end and it does look cute. And I have included the laundry day clothesline and the wash basket thing. So I do include the laundry basket in the house as well. I just thought it did fit the vibe of this house, and it was something else I can throw onto the lot as well. So as you see, I went and placed the laundry basket in the house and got distracted and started placing other items in the house. That's just the way it goes. But here I am doing the terrain paint. Oh, I don't like that. Let's redo it. Once you get that terrain paint in there, it really starts to pull the whole lot together. The pond looks better, and it just looks more lived in, and it looks like it's actually part of the world, which is nice, which is what we're going for. Anyways, I do want to say I do have a few packs. I don't have a lot of kits, so I just have all of the like base game clutter. So I will be purchasing those kits in the future. I just never bothered in the past, but I don't have all of the packs to begin with. I strictly only buy the packs when they do go on sale, just because they are so expensive and the sales aren't that bad. So I can be patient, I can wait, and I'll wait until they go on sale. The only one I did buy was Enchanted by Nature. I was really excited about that one, so I did buy that in pre-sale, but that's the only one I've done that for. But I will be buying the kits in the future. Just, I think adding like so much clutter to your house just makes it so cute, and it's nice to have new options and different options. So I did do the landscaping in the pond there. I added the fishing sign like I mentioned before. So in live mode, you can add fish that you have caught before. You can fill the pond with all of the fish, all of them. And you can just fish for everything on your own lot. And I also included the dragonflies and fireflies, scattered those throughout the lot here. And I have moved back on the inside to continue doing the flooring, the wallpaper. I really tried to add that meditation stool from Spa Day, and it is sitting on the front yard right now, but I thought it would be cute in there, but it did not fit. I couldn't make it work, and that chair from Enchanted by Nature is really cute in this house. So there we go. But I do remove that meditation stool that's in the front yard there in a little bit. And adding a fence around the whole lot here. It does not connect the whole way around. I thought that looked best. And because it is a tiny house, when you close in your fence, it does count that as a room. And I do have the tiny house. I think it's just a small home, because it is 60 tiles out of 64 for that tier. Anyways, I'm on the inside. I'm putting some decorations and figuring out the wallpaper here. And I believe I put curtains in. The sim that would live here in my mind when I was building this, they like to garden. They like to fish. And I did include the cross-stitch basket from Cottage Living. I do include that at the end in the screenshots. I didn't record myself. It was something I thought about when I was going to sleep after I recorded this. I was like, I needed to include that. And so I'm just doing the decorations here. And I've got that bathroom, so it's just a small Discover University shower there and a toilet. There's no sink in that bathroom. It's too small, and they can use their kitchen sink. It is a small house anyways. I'm just adding some greenery and some paintings around here, adding some decorations, making it look a little cluttered and lived in. I am excited to be doing this. I have watched people on YouTube for years now, and I literally would watch them and pause their video and recreate exactly what they were doing to learn how to build. And so it's amazing watching me do this now, and I'm like, this is so cool. I'm doing it. And I knew I could. I just needed to actually do it. But I'm just here for a good time. It's The Sims. If you like this, you like it. If you don't have to keep watching my video. That's okay. I'm not offended. So again, just going through some last minute decorations, adding some greenery. Tried to fit a rocking chair on the porch, but there wasn't enough room. And again, I could have made it work with move objects, but then it wouldn't be functional. The sim might not be able to get into the house. So just a couple of those gardening pots is fine. And I will go into live mode so you can see the how it actually looks, and you can see the pond effects in effect, which I think is such a cute touch. And a little gnome on the inside as well. But it is very springy, I feel. It started out being a little more fall, but I did go lean into those yellows and greens, and so it looks a little more springy, but that's okay. It is fall in the game, in my game. And I have no idea why I have Love Day decorations all over the house. I bulldozed the lot when I started, and I never included that box, so I'm not sure why. I do remove those before I do the screenshots because I noticed it last minute. But I'm really proud of this. It is very cute. I enjoy doing small, tiny homes, but I definitely want to do some community lots and some family homes and bigger houses, as well as some Let's Plays. I do want to do a bit more with the editing and the software before I do some Let's Plays. Just that's a bit intimidating right now. I'm fine doing my little build and a voiceover. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this because I know I did. Bye!